It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Buccaneers and the Dirty Birds coming up next.
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Cousins. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a dump off to White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 6. Throwing. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's White. Oh, he shifts past him. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Ray McLeod to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. As this offense takes the field again, it's been a while since they've been out there. We just saw that long touchdown drive by the opposition. But remember, when this crew was out here last, Charles, they scored as well.
And let's make sure we give both offensive staffs some credit, and especially the offensive coordinators, because we spoke with both of them in the lead up to this game, and both were really confident in their game plans. They felt like they had scouted their opponents and focused on specific areas in practice this week to make sure that they were ready to go. And frankly, it looks like they both did an excellent job.
Well, we'll see if those game plans can keep this streak of touchdowns going here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Baker Mayfield going to lead his offense back out there. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They run straight ahead here with White. He'll get this to about the 38.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a 2nd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here's Jake Camarda now. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Cousins. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Here's a 2nd and 7. To Shepard, complete over the middle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mayfield on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BJ, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's White. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. From the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Mayfield on play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Mayfield to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Going right side is White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! 31 yards for the rookie Rachaad White. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On third down, Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Now Cousins.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And this one too low.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 22.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 3-yard down.
3rd and 4.
Throwing. Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now they're in the hurry up. Cousins.
Right back to Pitts again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kadarrell Hodge from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a give to White. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Opting to run again here with White. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.